everybody. Welcome back to the We Run on Coffee podcast. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Arika.
And what are you drinking this morning, Arika?
Okay, so you're never going to believe what I'm drinking this morning.
Is it a coffee?
Well, yes, but guess what kind of coffee?
Is it decaf?
No, but it's just a plain black coffee.
What? What's wrong with you?
I don't have anything. So I got back from the cruise yesterday. I don't have milk. I don't have half and half. I don't have brown sugar. So it's either a shot of espresso, plain, or black coffee. So I'm having black coffee. I actually don't know because Angelo made it, but I'm pretty sure it's one of our macadamia nut coffees from his friend John that's from Hawaii. So it tastes really good. It smells good. But yeah, black coffee, which is so unlike me.
That's so funny. I thought you were going to say that you weren't drinking caffeine, and I was like,
no.
Are you sick?
I sometimes think about that. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to not have an addiction like that? And then I just I like it too much. And then I also have my ice water. So we're double fisting this morning.
Oh, cute.
What are you drinking?
I also have my ice water, but it's not actually iced because if you know anything about me, I have sensitive teeth and I don't drink cold water.
Yes.
I am a sociopath that can't drink cold water. But I do have a coffee. I have a classic hazelnut latte. So
it looks good.
It has my milk in it. It has the hazelnut creamer. And then just, this isn't the espresso dolce pod from Nespresso. It's the, which one is it? It's the Bianco Doppio, the one that's made for milk. I really like those ones too. And they taste pretty similar to their double shot espresso pods too.
Okay, my thing just went off. My Amazon. I love
We're not talking to you, girl.
Yeah, we're talking in Nespresso. Imagine if your Nespresso could talk back to you. You're like, hey, can you make me a French vanilla latte? And it had syrups. Oh, wait. Actually, that would be so cool. Have you ever seen those drink machines that's like the Nespresso, but for alcohol?
Oh, yeah. It's called a Bartesian.
Yeah, Bartesian, something like that. Yeah. Imagine if they had that, but you could put in the syrups for coffee and it can make you a latte. Oh,
yeah. I just can't even imagine using one of those Bartesian, Bartista, whatever they're called, because there's no water involved. It just takes the alcohol and the flavor packet and
puts it together.
I get that that's what a martini is, and if you're making a martini, that would be fine. Like a Sex on the Beach as a martini or a Cosmo, that sounds fine. But any other drinks, I'm I need something to cut it.
Liquid.
There's mixers in it.
Oh, I don't like that. It's just imagine it's just a powder and alcohol. Ew.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
if
think
you were
it's
to just get a shot of vodka and pour a packet of Crystal
Light
or something. Yeah.
The fact we both came up with Crystal Light and not Kool-Aid or something.
I know. Wait, that's funny. Anyways, that was such a tangent, but yeah, that's what we're drinking, friends.
Yeah. So, Arika, I know that you have a lot of ketchups because you just came back from the trip of a life.
Woo-hoo.
So, what are your ketchups?
Okay, so this is my ketchup and mustard, guys. Okay, I have one thing before the cruise, and then the rest is only cruise. One thing before the cruise, I'm pretty sure you texted me about this, or it was someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was you. And you were like, wait, you didn't tell me about this thing that happened at your work. And I was like, oh,
it was not me.
It wasn't you? Okay, wait, hold on.
So.
Who was this? I swear it was you. Anyway, so on my work retreat, you guys know I was on my work retreat, and we had a little bit, was it Grace or was it you? I just really want to find out who it was, but I can't figure it out. You'll know when I say it. Anyways,
okay.
On my work retreat, they had a big announcement about something that we're going to do at work. This wasn't you? Okay.
No.
Okay, wait. So I'm so excited that you don't know then. It was someone else who has access to my calendar because they were like, I saw your calendar and I saw this and I'm really confused. What is that? You didn't tell me about it or something. So at my retreat, they made this big announcement and it was really exciting for everyone who works there. And then I just wiped it from my brain because I came back and got on cruise mode. I forgot.
Yeah.
But we are doing a 4-day work week experiment at my work. So starting in July, on July 1st, we're going to have an alternating 4-day work week. So that just means that 1 week I'll just work Monday through Thursday. 8 hours a day, regular. I'll just have a day off. And then the next week I will work the Friday. So it just alternates back and forth. And so everyone in the company's doing it, except that we have different Fridays so that there's always some coverage from our team. So our marketing team has 5 people. I work with my coworker, Kathleen. And then on the opposite Friday, the other 3 people work.
Okay.
So in addition to that, which is so exciting, so every other week I'll have a Friday off. Amazing. Then in the summer, we still have our summer Fridays. So when I work on Friday, it'll still only be till 12. So I go half day off, half day off. every other week. So I'm so excited. And
if only.
It came after 2 years of us doing so much random stuff. I've kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So much just documentation and like doing all this stuff for our company to be like, okay, like we trust you guys to try this. Like we want you guys to be happy. We're going to do it. So we're doing the experiment from July through the end of September. So September is the only month where we won't have the summer Fridays. It'll just be full on, full off. And then they're going to reassess. So I'm so excited.
Yay. That makes sense though, because it's a good like trial period, especially during the summer. It's a good time to like kind of launch the experiment because people do want extra time in the summer. And I think it'll be interesting to see like what it is, like a half day on Fridays versus a full day. And then like in September when you're going back to just like no Fridays, full Fridays, and like seeing what the difference is there.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that turns out. But now I'm super curious as to who asked me about this on my calendar because I thought it was you for some reason. But then I also thought I didn't tell Marissa about this, and I think she's going to be excited to hear it. So
yeah,
then I thought really it wasn't you. So I'm so confused. But yeah, that was my work update that I forgot to give everybody.
I'm so excited.
Woo-hoo. I'm so pumped.
I really hope it works well because I could see them not starting it until next year because like from September to the end of the year they might have to like analyze the data and figure out like what worked, and then like actually like you said busy just like finishing up the end of the year stuff. Yeah. And then maybe like January 1st they could like say this is what we're transitioning to.
It would be really cool. I'm hoping so. Yeah. November, December, it's like holiday period, and then December is, fun fact, in the continuing legal education world, December 31st is like the biggest deadline for a lot of states, a majority of states. So busy time. So yeah, I feel like you're right. It could make a lot of sense. So 4-day work week coming soon.
Maybe if it works out, if people get their productivity up over the next few months.
So I'm just looking at my calendar. So for the weekend of July 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th, I have a 4-day weekend, which is really nice. And then the next Friday is when that starts. So I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yay.
So anyways, that's that. And now cruise update. Woohoo.
Yay. Okay, so I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this.
I know, right? And if you guys are listening and you want some visuals, after you finish this entire episode, go to my YouTube channel because like I was telling Marissa before we started recording, I'm editing the video and posting it today. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So let's talk about the cruise. I actually put it on the calendar. You've probably seen it, to do a cruise episode since we've both been on a cruise now. I thought maybe we could give you guys a guide on how to cruise because before Angela and I did it, we were like, I don't get it. Like all inclusive events, just there's so much to it. And we were so confused. So I think we'll give you guys that guide. But Angela and I went on a Royal Caribbean cruise. It was a 6-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. And I'll tell you guys our ports in order really quick, and I'll just do a breakdown. So on Thursday, not this past Thursday, but 2 Thursdays ago, so literally right after we recorded, you guys, on Thursday we drove to Cleveland at 2 a.m. It was so tiring. I slept the whole time. And then we flew to Orlando and went to our hotel. And then we just stayed at a hotel called Radisson Resort at the Port, if you guys want to know, on Cape Canaveral. So we had to actually take an Uber from the Orlando airport to the hotel, and it took almost an hour, which I was so scared of because I do not like Ubering. And I had the best Uber experience of my life.
Yay!
I was so happy.
Was your driver so fun?
She was so nice. Honestly, she didn't even really like talk to us. We just kind of talked to each other, and she listened to music, and it was fine. I kind of liked it like that. But she just had everything. She like had chargers and like heated seats and like AC on, and she like put our bags in. It was like leather, super nice car. Like she had little signs on the back of the seat that like, do you need this? Ask me. Do you need this? Ask me. Like it was a very like, I don't know. It was just like a very well done Uber, I guess. So,
it's probably her full-time job, honestly. Yeah. So she was
like so good.
Does extra.
And she was like, oh, is this your guys' first cruise? You're going to love it. Just so nice. Aww. So I was really impressed. So shout out. I feel bad. I think her name was Maria. Shout out Maria, I think. And
Maria around the Orlando airport.
Yes. And I'm so sad because I'm not an Uberer, so I don't know how to use the app really. And I couldn't figure out like how to favorite her or anything. I don't know if you can, but I really wished I could have requested her for the ride back because the ride back was not as good. Also, she was a good driver, which I feel like underrated. Like she was really a safe driver. I was like, okay, wait, this is so nice. I don't actually feel scared. I can just relax and sit here in the AC and enjoy. So good Uber. We stayed in our hotel for Thursday night into Friday and Friday night into Saturday. And on Friday night, my cousins got there. So Pam, Scotty, and their daughters, Sydney and Madeline. We went out to dinner in Florida. And then we got on the cruise on Saturday morning. Yay. So that was all smooth. And then Saturday, we got on the boat. And we were on the boat Saturday night and all of Sunday. We were at sea. So that was fun. I don't really have a lot to recap about that.
Isn't it kind of fun to just have the day at sea though?
Yes.
And like explore the boat?
Yeah. So like I said, definitely watch my videos because it has everything we did. I like already don't forget. It's kind of a long cruise, I feel like. But yeah, we just went to the pool on the boat, whatever, ate dinner. The dinners were really fun. Loved. You get the 3-course dinner every night. You get to go to the same table. The waiter knows you. It's like the whole thing. It's really cute.
That's not how ours was, so I'm excited
really?
for us to like compare and contrast.
Wait, me too. Okay, so yeah, for the Royal Caribbean, you have a seated dinner. You get Pam, my cousin, and I, we linked our cruises or whatever, so we had dinner together every night. At 5 was our dining time, so at 5 we all met up at the same table. We had the same 2 waiters all week. Our head waiter, I'll say their names, our head waiter was Kundan, shout out, and our assistant waiter was Aria, and they were both really nice. And then they bring you bread and then they take your order. Because of lactose intolerance, so shout out to the next episode. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. I ordered my meals all the night before, and they made them in a separate kitchen and adjusted them to not have lactose in them. So that was really nice. And the guy who took my orders, he was like the head manager or something like that in the dining room, and his name was Jean-Paul, and he was so nice.
Okay,
I know,
Jean-Paul.
he was so bougie. He's from Madagascar, which is cool. And he would just come around every night and take my order the night before, and then the next night we would show up and my food would just be there and be ready, and you would pick an appetizer, entree, and dessert. And Angelo, every single day he got like 2 of each, because you can just get whatever you want. It's all free. So yeah, that's kind of a brief
not at
dining
all
experience.
how ours was. So I'm so interested
yeah.
for this cruise episode.
Wait, no, I'm so excited now. Yeah, and they still had like the buffet and different stuff like that, different dining stuff. But that was our dinner, which was really fun. So that was kind of nice because it's like a capstone of every night. Like we all got together, we got to talk, and then we'd go to shows and stuff after. Especially on the port days, you get back on the boat at like 3 anyway, so it's perfect to get ready and go to dinner at 5. So on Monday, then. So Sunday at sea. Monday, we stopped in the Dominican Republic. That was our first stop. This was the Puerto Playa. No, I keep saying that. It's not. It's Puerto Plata. And it's like a really big, I don't even know how to describe it, because some of the cruise ports were just like you get off and you're in the country on the beach. This one had like a whole resort built for the cruise. Wow. So it was still on the Dominican Republic, and it's not like an island that Royal Caribbean owns or anything like that. But when you get off, you immediately enter into like shopping area, go through the store, and then when you come out of the other side of the store, there's like 2 big pools, a lazy river, like volleyball, all that kind of stuff, and it's all just for the cruise. And so you can get out and go into the DR and like explore, which we did not do because it was our first one, and we did not even plan well enough. So we would have if we had known, but it's okay. So we spent all day there, just like in the pool, in the lazy river, taking pictures at the beach. There were monkeys and you could hold them, and like parakeets you could hold, like all that kind of stuff. It was crazy. So yeah, that was fun. It's so hard to talk about it without showing it. I want you guys to see it. It's so hard, but yeah. And then, so that was Monday, Dominican Republic. It was beautiful. That one was just like an adjustment because we were like, we don't know how to do this cruise thing yet, so we were still getting used to it, and it was kind of weird, but it was still fun. We were just like, I don't know what to do or when to do it. Also,
that was us, but our first stop was Santorini, so I wish that we could have like
so sad.
Prepared a little bit more.
Yeah, it's so hard when you like the first cruise period is just an adjustment because it's weird. I don't know, it's just like you're on a boat, you can't get off the boat. Then you go to the places that you can get off the boat and you're like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. It's so strange. But that one was really fun. And then the next day we had a port day, like back to back. So the next day on Tuesday, we were in Grand Turk, Turks and Caicos, which was stunning. It was the most beautiful beach we saw on the trip. You guys will see pictures on the Instagram. But Turks and Caicos, that day we were like, okay, now we know we can leave. So when we get off, we're going to go walk around the town, like see Turks and Caicos, and then come back and end at the beach where everyone else gets off. And go swimming and then get back on the boat. So we went to do that, and Angela and I started walking, and we realized very quickly that we were not going to get anywhere. We walked for like a mile, like round trip, and saw nothing. Like it was just barren. Like we didn't know. We were just like walking around for funsies. We didn't do any excursions on this trip, so I'll say that first. Because our cousins were like, yeah, you can totally do them, we've done them before, they're fun, but you can also have a really fun time if you don't want to spend extra money. So we were like, it's our first one, like let's go cheap and not spend extra money. So that's why we didn't see any parts of like the actual cities. So anyways, we were starting to walk at Turks and Caicos, just walking down the road. Like we just left the little resort area, started walking down the road, and then this golf cart stops and they're like, hey, do you guys want to ride into downtown? And a lot of people will stop you, right? Like when you travel international, they're like, hey, you want a golf cart? $50, whatever. These were people from a different cruise that was parked right next to ours, like 2 ships docked at the same time, and it was a Carnival. And so these people had Carnival name tags on and they just rented it and were asking if we wanted to ride. But as you guys might know, being a woman, immediately you're like, no, thank you, and just keep walking.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like, no, don't even need to hear what you're saying.
Don't look at me.
And then they drive away. 2 seconds later, Angela and I look at each other and we're like, we should have done it. Like they were just an older couple. They looked so nice. We could tell they were from Carnival. It wasn't sketchy, but we're just so used to like saying no so fast. So we said no. And that's when we decided, okay, we're going to turn around and walk back because it's so fucking hot and we're getting nowhere.
Yeah.
So we didn't really see Grand Turk that much, but I still think what we did see was amazing. Like the beach and the storefronts, it wasn't as a resorty as the Dominican Republic. It's not like the cruise came here and built stuff. It was still the island itself, and it was just a beautiful Clearwater beach and shops. Aww. So cute. Okay, that's Tuesday. Wednesday, day at sea. I'll just stop there because we really don't need to get into it. However, something that was interesting, from Grand Turk into the sea day, we made an extra stop, like on no one knew we were going to do this, except they probably knew, but they just made an announcement over the speakers. And so before this cruise, we were supposed to go to Haiti, and now Haiti is like in a state of civil unrest, so no one's stopping in Haiti because it's not safe. So they come over to speakers after we get back on the boat from the Grand Turk stop, and they're like, hey everybody, we're going to Haiti. And we're like, huh? So they took the boat to their port. Now this part they do own, so we were supposed to stop at Haiti at Labadee port or whatever, and I guess that's Royal Caribbean's own port. It's like a private port, only they can use it, or they could let other people use it, but they own it. And so we went to that port and they said, we're going to Haiti to either exchange supplies or drop off supplies. And so we stopped there, and I got tons of videos because me and Angela were just standing over the deck watching people like work. It was kind of funny, but yeah, we just stopped there for hours. I mean, Angela and I went to bed at midnight or 1 a.m, and they were still going. I don't know how long we were there, but they were just unloading from the ship and taking to the island pallets and pallets and pallets of food, like big 80-pound bags of rice and like fruit and all kinds of stuff. And so what we don't know is if it was like humanitarian, like for people in Haiti that are struggling, or if it could also be for the people that work at Royal Caribbean's port in Haiti, live there, and they maintain the port even though no one's there. So we don't know if it was to feed them, like the employees. So
or
I don't know.
It could have been like dropping off for another cruise ship that's going to like pass by too.
That's
like if
true.
they had too much supplies on your ship, they could have dropped off a couple of supplies there for another ship to pick up.
Yeah, that's so true. It was just so fun to stand there and just like make up a story. We're like, oh my God, like we're helping, like we're dropping off humanitarian supplies. Like probably not, but it was still fun. And the guys who were the forklift drivers were literally insane doing donuts in the forklifts with the pallets on them.
Funny.
It was crazy. And they were loading the little like tractor thing with the trailers right next to the water. Oh my God, there was one box that almost fell in the water because it was just hanging by a thread. So that was fun to watch. So yeah, Wednesday was at sea, and then Thursday was so fun. Thursday was perfect day at Coco Cay, Bahamas. Now the other 2 ports, like I said, one was like really resorty, one was not, but they were both just in the country. This one is Royal Caribbean owns the entire island of the Bahamas. So there's, the Bahamas is like a series of small islands. There's one that Royal Caribbean owns the whole thing, and they make it into Perfect Day at Coco Cay is what they call it. Oh my God. They make a song. So when we ported in the morning, they came on the speakers and they're like, we hope you have a perfect day at Coco Cay, and start playing this god awful song that's just like perfect day at Coco Cay. And now I can't say it anymore without thinking about this horrible song. And then we get off the boat onto the island, and we get on the little trolley to drive around that's just like takes you, a tram, and it's playing the fucking song, and we're like, stop with the fucking song. But anyways, this was beautiful. And at first we were like, this will probably be our least favorite stop because it's not authentic. It's not like really the country. It's just like what they built. However, it ended up being one of my favorite stops because you can use your meal plan there. So you can just, we found this little spot on the water. So we were like in and out of the water. It was right in front of the snack shack. So we got to have like burgers and mozzarella sticks and fries, and you don't even show anything. You just walk up and take it because everyone here is on the cruise and they own the island. So it's like, you don't have to show anything. And then also we had, when we booked our cruise, a promotional thing that we got $150 of onboard credit. And so we were like, okay, that's our alcohol money. We're not going to get alcohol package, because if you did, we calculated it, you'd have to have 7 to 8 alcoholic drinks per day per person to make it worth the money. So we were like,
Wow.
I don't think we're going to be doing that much. So we decided like $150 we'll just spend, which was perfect. So we were able to buy drinks on the island with our credit because they own it. So that was like super nice. It's like you could just go get a towel or anything you needed, anything you wanted to drink, eat. And then it was beautiful because it was the Bahamas. Yeah. So that was really cool.
Aw.
Phew. I'm like, I can't breathe because I'm talking so fast.
That's okay.
So that was the last stop on the cruise. Amazing. Loved. Please check out the pictures on the Instagram, because
I will.
Like, it doesn't, you know,
I'm so excited.
there's no justice for just saying it. But then on Friday, we got off the cruise. We went to a hotel near the airport in Orlando, and then we just stayed there all day until I think we woke up at midnight and came to the airport and then flew back to Cleveland. And then when we got to Cleveland, we were like, yay, we're home. And they were like, oh shit, we're in freaking Cleveland. So then we had to drive 2 hours home.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of a long day yesterday, but I was telling Marissa before we started, getting home from a cruise on a Saturday is underrated because I got so much done. It's actually insane. I was tired, but I just like stayed awake all day being productive and then slept really good last night. And it was so worth it because I got so much done. So
was there a time difference in any of the countries that you went to?
No, that was also really nice, is that like nothing, no time zone change at all.
That's good.
And also the one thing I was going to say is I don't know anything about motion sickness really. I don't know if you're just like, and you might know, I don't know. Angela and I were talking about it last night. I don't know if you're just like a motion sickness person or not, or if it depends on the scenario. However, I guess Angela and I are kind of motion sickness people, which we didn't know before going on this trip. Yeah. And neither of us like got physically sick, like ill, like we didn't throw up or anything like that. But it's more of just like, so even for the last 2 days, like yesterday and the day before that, when we got off the boat, we were still just like swayy, you know, like your body isn't used to, it's used to balancing so much. So when you're on solid ground, you can just like, I'm standing here still, but I can feel the room moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, we both had that as well. Yeah. And I had it for one day. We both had it for one day on the cruise, which was worse because it was like, you were moving. There was one day that it was really choppy. Actually, Pam said it was the most wave / the worst like rocking she's ever felt on a cruise ever. And they've been on a lot. So it was just like back and forth and like people were swaying. It was like there was one day that was super choppy. That day I felt really ill, like sick to my stomach. Yeah. But then it was mostly when we got off the boat that Angelo had issues. And it was when you were on solid ground. He's like, I have land sickness. Like it was horrible. Yeah.
I never really felt like ill on the boat. There was one night that I like had to take like Dramamine because I like was feeling nauseous, and I was laying in bed and I was like, we're moving. Yeah. And like you are moving. It just feels so weird. But in general, I was fine. But I do more often than not get motion sick. So I was prepared with the motion sickness medicine.
Brought one travel Dramamine because we were like, oh, maybe we'll need this. And yeah, we used almost all of it because I took it the day I was feeling sick. And then when Angela was on land, I was like, can you still take this? And he was like, yeah, it's for motion sickness, not necessarily like seasickness. So he took it and it helped immensely. I was honestly impressed. So I guess shout out to Dramamine.
Yeah, I took it on the airplane on the way to like Rome when we were flying to Rome. And then I also took it that one night that I was feeling sick on the boat.
I like that, like you only have to take it once a day, which is convenient, and it really worked and lasted. I felt like it was super helpful. So yeah, that's our cruise experience. Yay. It was so fun, and I am tan. You can't tell, but I swear I do have the most insane sunburn on my back. Actually, it's almost turned into a tan already, but it's from the last day. I'll see if I can find a picture on my phone. The thing is, our room, so we'll talk about it in the cruise episode. I'm not going to get into it, but our room was an interior stateroom, so no windows or anything like that, you know? And I tried to take a picture of my sunburn and it was yellow. Like the room is yellow because of the crappy yellow lighting. So it doesn't look that good, but I did have a scorcher of a sunburn from the last day because I didn't reapply one time and I got
What is wrong with you?
I know. It was only one. It's so actually kind of hysterical because I reapplied everywhere except this one spot I couldn't reach on my back, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine, and that's where I got scorched.
No.
But yeah, that's
okay. Are you ready for my
I'm so ready. I feel like it's so weird because normally we text, but I haven't had service, so we literally have not talked.
I know. I don't really have that much going on, but last Saturday, or wait, when did we last record? Yeah. Okay. Last Saturday, I went over to Owen and Mara's house and we did we finished the Scream movie marathon, and it was on Father's Day, and her dad had actually come to like visit her that day.
Yeah.
So he took us all out to lunch and I got to have a Father's Day lunch with Owen's dad.
Oh, wait, that's so cute.
It was very cute. And then I didn't do like anything this week. It's been a pretty busy week, but our gym, I don't know if I mentioned this, but in April they started doing like construction in the gym for like a renovation at like the climbing gym that we go to.
Okay.
And they just reopened on Friday to like the brand new parts that they've been like renovating and everything. So I went on Friday and I cut my elbow.
I saw that actually, and I was thinking, I didn't think she had a scar right there because I actually do have a big scar right there. I was like,
oh,
wait,
really?
Does she too? But no,
I cut my elbow.
That's rough.
And it's like, do you remember when you went rock climbing and how the walls are kind of textured, like sandy?
Yeah.
If you've ever been rock climbing inside, like it's a little sandy, but since these walls are brand new and like nobody's like rubbed up against them, they're like really rough.
Yeah.
And I just barely hit my arm on something, just trying to reach one of the like holds, and it just busted my elbow.
Oh, that's horrible.
So that hurt really bad, but it's getting better. It's like all scabbed up now.
That is
and
crazy.
Then yesterday I went and got my hair done. It's pretty bright. It's like a lot of blonde highlights are throughout it now.
It's so summer vibes. It really is.
I know. I have a huge money piece now, honestly.
She does. She got money.
And it's like super bright and I like it. I don't know. I didn't want her to cut my bangs again, and she did, so I'm a little sad about that.
Worse.
She didn't ask, and she was like trimming my hair, and she was pulling it to the front, and I thought she was just going to even it out, but it did get a little bit shorter, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just tell her next time to not do it.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's so cute.
Yes,
it's like really summery vibes. And then yesterday, I went to laser tag with my work friends.
Wait, that's really fun.
We did a work outing that was like paid for by work, and we did one game of laser tag, but they made us pick team captains, and of course they elected me as the team captain, and I had to pick teams.
Oh God.
And I felt so bad, so I literally went down the line. Like everybody was standing in line. I was like, okay, you're first, skip, you're next, skip.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not like making enemies out of this. So I just went down the line. But it was really fun. I ended up dying before the game was over, so I didn't win. But we didn't.
I thought you were gonna say before it started. I was like, how?
No, we didn't like stay for stats or anything to like hear like which team won.
Gotcha.
But it was pretty fun anyways. And then we went to this food hall that was down the road from where we were at. And I got birria tacos, which are my favorite kind of tacos.
Same. So good.
They're so good. And then I always get like the queso birria tacos, which we'll talk about next episode because you can't get the cheese in them.
Yes, I know. So sad.
But they're still really good without them because I've had them without like the cheese before too.
Love.
And then last night, Kyle and I went on our June date night, and we went into DC.
Fun.
And we went to Pixar Putt. So it's a traveling mini golf like service thing. Yeah. And it's all Pixar themed.
Wait, that's so cute.
So all the holes are like just like different Pixar movies. Like they had a Ratatouille one, they had a Bug's Life, they had Coco, they had
Toy Story.
They had Toy Story. They had like all of the movies.
That's cute.
You just go through and there's like different kinds of holes. So there's some that you like. There was one, it was for Inside Out, that you like drop it like a Plinko board. Yeah. And then it like shot out on the other side. But it was really fun. And then we went to a restaurant called Lucky Buns. It was a burger restaurant. But I was still kind of full from my tacos earlier in the day. Yeah. So I ended up getting a salad. It was a green goddess salad, but it was so good.
Oh, okay.
I really liked it.
Go off with the salad.
I got a watermelon crush, which is like a crush is a type of cocktail, I guess. Okay. And it wasn't the best. I gave it like a 4.
Oh,
but
rip.
The rest of the food was pretty good. And I think we overall gave the restaurant like an 8. So if you ever go to the Wharf in DC, you should go to Lucky Buns.
Wait, that sounds good. Love.
And then we came home and that was it. That was all my catch-ups.
I have a June date coming up, like literally the last day of June, pretty much.
Yeah, we were going to do it next weekend, but we're coming to Ohio, so we couldn't.
Yeah, me and Marissa will be together soon, you guys. And we're going to be running our 5K that I'm not ready for. Woo-hoo.
I haven't ran in 3 weeks.
I'm scared. At least you know you could do a half marathon, technically.
Yeah, I could do
with
a half
training,
marathon
but at least
March.
you know you could. Yeah. I was just looking for something that I cannot find on the Trello board. But anyways,
That's okay.
That's our catch up. I was just going to say, it's so weird to actually say, oh, we haven't talked. Because every time I say, oh, we haven't really talked, but we can and do. This time we could literally not. So it's like, okay, I haven't seen anyone. Angela's mom texted me last night, was like, welcome home. And I was like, thanks, I miss you guys. Like, let's get together. So we're going over there today. Because I'm like, I feel like I've been gone for like a month. It's just so weird.
It's also only been like a week and a half though.
I know, right? And also, I don't know if I said this, but did I tell you guys that Julie got a new dog?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, I want to see the puppy because he might be big now. So got to go see Yuki and Murphy, I guess. Murphy the dog.
Murphy the dog.
And I can't wait to meet Murphy the baby though.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
We'll be meeting the brand new baby next week.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to look for, is when this episode comes out, you guys. This episode, July 10th. So we just finished our 5K in the past week as you're listening to this. So we'll let you know how it goes.
Yes.
Anyways, let's dive in, I guess.
Okay, so this is my episode topic today. So Arika knows nothing about it.
Nothing. It's kind of like our OG Marissa and Arika hours. We haven't done something like this in a minute.
But this is going to be something spooky. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had a couple of options bouncing around in my head. And so I asked Kyle to help me out. And he found this cool article from NPR.
Oh,
and it was about the... Let me see what the article title was actually. The creepiest ghost and monster stories from around the world.
Oh, interesting.
So there's 4 different stories that I have, or 4 different lore that I have from around the world. And they're each from a different country. And we're just going to kind of go through and talk about them.
Oh, I love it. Okay, let's go.
My other option that I was thinking about doing, because this past week, because right now when we're recording it's June 23rd, the 20th was the summer solstice, and I know that there are pagan holidays around the solstices, and I was like, oh, let me look into them. But if I looked into the one for summer, which is called Midsummer, I was gonna end up going on a huge tangent for all of them, and I was like, this is something that I'm gonna need to do a bunch of extra time and research.
You need more prep. Stay tuned. Let us know if you guys want that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be really cool to go through all of those different holidays, because I think there's 12 holidays in the pagan calendar. I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool because it
would be.
They compare and contrast really closely with the quote unquote Christian holidays. And I just was I was just interested in what they were.
That is interesting.
Let me know if you would be interested in that, folks.
Yeah, I love doing these learn something new ones. It's just fun. I don't know.
Yeah, and usually the ones that I'm doing, I also have no idea.
Yes. So literally me, I'm like, okay, so guys, the next episode's about lactose intolerance. And I was like, I need to do this episode so that I understand lactose intolerance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for the first little creepy, spooky, scary story?
It's literally get ready, you guys. This is the start of spooky season. Happy July.
It basically is. Literally. I was literally on the metro last night coming back from DC, and I was like, Kyle, guess what? I was like, it's almost August, which means, and then he was like, that it's almost September, which it's almost October, and it's almost spooky season. I was like, no, it's almost August, which means that it's almost time for Trader Joe's to put out all their fall stuff, and then it's actually fall in August.
Did they do that in August? It's literally so soon.
Yeah, and that means that it's fall in August.
I think we need to do another Trader Joe's taste test. That would be fun.
I think so too. Maybe we should do a winter one though, since we did all the fall stuff last year.
Yeah, love. Okay, love it.
Okay.
Anyways,
first spooky creature.
Let's go.
So this guy is named the Night Demon, otherwise known as the Popobawa.
Oh, wow. Straight into it.
Do you have any guesses which country this guy is from?
The Night Demon? Germany.
No. The Tanzanian island of Pemba.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You weren't going to get it.
No.
But this little guy is a shapeshifter, so he usually shows up as a bat or a human-like bat creature, but that doesn't mean that that's what he's stuck with. He can be any kind of shape or whatever he wants to be. Usually it's something like an animal or some human-like creature, though.
You know what he's giving? He's giving that character from that book we just read, Lucifer. Luke. Or Luce. Yeah. That's what that already reminds me of.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
Interesting.
So he usually comes out at nights, and a common story is that, trigger warning, he sexually assaults men.
Oh, wow.
I know. He seems so fun and cute when he can do all of the little shape-shifting things, and then all of a sudden he's out here assaulting men.
Ew.
I know. We don't love that. But if you don't spread the word about this guy around this island of Tanzania, then he will come and target you next. So you have to talk about him.
Oh, that's interesting. So
I know.
Night Demon wants to be recognized.
Yeah.
Night Demon's a little like egotistical.
Yeah. So if you're not out there talking about him at all times and you know about him, then you're going to be next on his list.
That's so, ew. I don't like him.
I know. I don't like him either. And not only does he do the bad things of sexually assaulting people, but he also does like poltergeist activities. So he'll like close doors, he'll like throw things across the living room. He's here to make a mess, actually. That's what he's here to do.
So it doesn't matter who you are. Night Demon will find you.
Yes. And so I have these pictures to show you.
I'm so scared. Okay.
I'm going to show you this like one first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We'll post these on the Instagram. So
Yeah.
this one's like a picture of him like holding... I don't know.
I don't know. Stuff. I don't know. He's going really crazy right there.
And then there's this one.
Ew. Okay, I
hate this one.
He looks like he looks like a goblin with like bat wings in this picture. And that reminds me of those. Do you ever see on Instagram those like little animation videos that are really dumb? Like they're not real. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. But there is one thing in pop culture that he is like depicted as.
Yeah.
So in the DC comics, so this is like the Batman, like Superman, like that kind of world, he is the character of Batwing, and that's like character is based off of him.
Interesting. That's really weird.
I'd never heard of him.
Me either.
That is the Night Demon.
Ew. Okay, everybody watch out for the Night Demon.
If you're ever in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, I've actually heard of this one before, so I'm curious if you've ever like heard of this story in passing.
Okay.
So this one is called The Girl in the Bathroom, and it's a story from Japan.
Is it like Bloody Mary vibes or something different?
A little bit,
okay.
like Bloody Mary.
Okay.
So the little girl's name is actually Hanako-San.
Okay.
So that is like the name that you would chant like Bloody Mary. That's what you would say like when you go into the bathroom. But it's a little bit different. So if you go into a school bathroom on the 3rd floor of the building and enter the 3rd stall and knock on the stall door 3 times and call her name, then she'll come and find you.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I don't want to even try.
I know.
Maybe it's not real. Maybe it is, but I don't want to try it. I'm risking
because
it.
what do I do if she shows up?
Oh, God.
Say hey and shake her hand? Like, no.
That is literally like Bloody Mary. Like,
yeah,
the same kind of vibe.
But in this one, instead of like Bloody Mary showing up and like killing you or whatever, this little girl's goal is to drag you to hell through the toilet.
Oh, I don't know what's worse.
I know.
Yikes.
I feel like if I'm summoning this little like demon child, I'd rather just be killed on the spot and not dragged through the sewer to hell.
Stop. What's her name? She just the girl in the bathroom?
Hanako-San.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I don't know why I thought you were saying that was like the author of this story. Like, no, this is not like a written story.
Urban legend.
Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so creepy. So is she supposed to be like a little girl, I guess?
So depending on what part of Japan you're in, the story of her appearance kind of changes.
Interesting.
So she could either be like a little girl with like a bloody hand that's reaching out to you.
Classic.
Or I also read that she could be like a lizard-like creature.
Ew. I don't know why that's worse.
I know. Imagine
the non-human
like
creatures.
A little lizard like coming up through the sewers to grab you.
Ew. We saw like lizards and snakes in Florida and I was like, I could never live here.
No.
Don't love it.
But this story started from kind of like sad roots. So it started during World War II, and the legend has it that a bomb was dropped on this school, and there was a little girl, Hanako-San, that was stuck in the school, and she's been trapped there ever since.
Stop. That's really sad.
She just wants a couple friends, so she tries to drag you to hell through the sewer.
Oh, that's really sad.
I know, poor gal.
Dang.
Okay,
No, don't knock 3 times.
Don't knock 3 times.
So I guess that was the theme is like 333, like knock 3 times, 3rd stall, 3rd floor.
Yep.
Weird.
But you didn't have to say her name 3 times. It did only say to like call her name once.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Which is interesting.
3331.
Yeah. The next one is a little bit shorter, so I don't know like much about this person, but it's the woman of your worst dreams.
Oh, yikes. I don't like the sound of that yet at all.
Her name is La Pisadeira.
Okay.
And she is from Brazil.
Ooh.
So
I was going to say we love a Brazilian queen, but I'm not sure we do. I'm scared.
We don't like this one.
I'm scared.
So she's tall, skinny, with yellow fingernails and red eyes.
Oh,
so
already don't like
icky.
it. Mm-mm.
And she sits outside of your house and watches families while they're eating dinner.
Okay.
And then after you eat dinner and you're going to bed with a full tummy, she comes in and sneaks into your bedroom and sits on your chest so that you can't move.
Ew.
I know.
Why is she so torturous?
I don't know. So it's basically just like a well-known sleep paralysis demon or sleep paralysis monster in Brazil.
Wow.
So, I mean, you often hear of like the dark, shadowy man that's standing in the corner of your room and you feel like you can't move and like get out of their way. Like those are like common stories of sleep paralysis.
Eek.
Like sleep paralysis is a thing. Like it's not actually something like spooky. It just does happen. Yeah. But this is like the one that people see in
interesting.
like Brazil.
Isn't it weird? Like people can have the same dream over and over. Like I could have the same dream over and over, but also you could have the same dream as me. Oh, so weird.
It's so weird. It feels
I don't like
fake.
It does. I don't like it at all.
But she only attacks people that go to sleep with a full belly. And I don't want to tell you to go to sleep hungry. But if you go to sleep hungry, you're not going to find this woman sitting on your chest.
Oh my God. And this is like, I don't understand these creatures. Are they like only in those countries, or it's like they could be anywhere?
I feel like they could be anywhere. So like, of course, these are like urban legends of the area. Right. But I feel like they could be anywhere because like I was saying, the like sleep paralysis dude that stands in the corner of your room that's like the shadow figure. One, that can be anywhere.
You better watch out, guys. No one is safe.
No one's safe. La Pisadeira is going to come for you.
La Pisadeira.
Okay, and then lastly, I feel like everybody's heard of this one. It's the weeping woman, La Llorona, from Mexico.
La Llorona. I don't know this one, I don't think.
You don't know about La Llorona?
No, I don't think so. I just looked up the last one. The pictures are crazy.
I know. I was trying to find pictures to send to you, but I was like, some of these are weird. I don't want to send these.
The fingernails are really what like gets me. They're worse than you guys can think of. Like, ew. Anyways, okay, no, I don't know this one. What is this?
You don't know about La Llorona?
Unless I hear the story, maybe, but I don't know. I don't recognize it.
So imagine you're walking along the banks of a river in Mexico and you see a woman and she's standing there with dark, wet hair and she's standing in a wet, like white nightgown and she's standing there crying.
It starts to sound familiar. But you want to know what else it starts to sound like? That book we just read. Again, same book.
Really?
Yeah, there was a part where she like went up and when she prayed to the gods. And there was a part that had a woman. Anyways, keep going. I'm like, was that book based on these scary urban legends?
No, so this one for sure not when we get to like the point of her story. So you see this woman, she's crying by the river. Would you want to go up and help her?
I want to say yes to go with the story, but fuck no. I'll be scared. I am
Erica's
so
like, I'm not helping
I'm like,
you.
I wouldn't even take the ride to the downtown Puerto Plata or whatever with the Carnival Cruise people. But of course, you would probably want to help a woman in distress, an old woman in distress.
She might not be old. She's typically seen as like a young woman. Yeah.
Maybe even worse. You probably would want to help them. I'm sad.
But she's down there and she's crying and she's saying, "Ay, mis hijos," which means, oh, my children.
Kids. Yeah.
And you go up and you see what happened, and she tells you that she threw her children in the river and drowned them because a man wouldn't love her.
What? I've definitely never heard this story.
Yeah, so the whole like lore of La Llorona is that she drowned her kids in a river because her like husband or her like lover wouldn't love her back.
Oh my God.
And so then she threw herself in the river when she realized what she had done wrong to kill herself with her children.
Stop. That's giving like a real life homicide story. It's kind of sad.
It could have been based off of that. I'm not sure like what the real roots are. I didn't look like too deep into it because I feel like I'm gonna get so many stories of like things that are similar to it. It's true. And they would just be like drawing parallels that aren't actually there. But there's many a movie based off La Llorona.
Really? Okay, that's probably why I don't know.
There's I'm pretty sure specifically a Guillermo del Toro, if you've ever heard of him. He's a Latin American like movie director, and he typically does like spooky movies. Have you ever heard of Pan's Labyrinth?
No, for me.
That's a really weird movie.
Oh, I see it. I just searched him and I see it. It looks creepy.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth. There's a guy with the eyes in his hands.
Ew.
I had to watch it for my Spanish class.
That's wild. I don't like that.
He's known for like spooky movies or like just like otherworldly movies, I would say.
I see.
And so he has a movie called like La Llorona, I'm pretty sure is like the name of it. And it's just about this woman. But there's one more part of her story that also, like Bloody Mary, you can summon her in the bathroom with the door closed and the lights out, splash water on the mirror, and call La Llorona 3 times. And then she'll show up in your bathroom.
Guys, I'm never going to the bathroom again.
Never going to the bathroom.
Done.
Never on the 3rd floor, never in the 3rd stall, never in the bathroom again.
No more bathroom. We're going outside. That's crazy. I do not like that. Also, this director that you just mentioned. Wait, hold on. I have to unlock my phone. There's a movie that I'm like, oh, I'm so scared of this. It is called Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And I feel like that, and it looks so creepy. It's like his version of Pinocchio, and it looks really weird.
I need to look up more of his movies because I was forced to watch that one in my Spanish class.
Yeah.
But I know that he has a lot of movies.
A lot of movies.
Yes.
And a lot of them do look very like horror movie.
I want to know I think it's just La Llorona is the movie.
It's not at the top, so I haven't found it yet. Oh, he did Kung Fu Panda?
Did he?
Rise of the Guardians? That's what they're coming up. Unless, it says.
Huh.
Maybe he just did part of it. But yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Oh.
And Frankenstein's on here as well.
That's so interesting. Apparently he's in Puss in Boots as well.
Yeah. He's got a lot of random stuff.
I know.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I see
crazy.
the Kung Fu Panda ones.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Oh yeah.
There was a show on Netflix that I was watching, and it's like a Cabinet of Curiosities show, and it was like him going through like just like these old cabinets and like seeing like the different things that they had in them.
That's so interesting.
It was pretty cool. But those are all my spooky stories.
Love.
I know it's not as in-depth as the true crime story I did or the deep dives that I did on the cryptids, but I just wanted to do like an overview because each of these could literally be their own episodes. I could have talked so much about
probably
each
a
of them.
Multi-part series, honestly.
Yeah, for real.
But I kind of like how it's, I mean, not to call it lighthearted because I don't know if it's that, but it's kind of like lighthearted fun, like just a quick overview. And now, because I didn't know any of them really. I mean, the Bloody Mary girl, the young girl, the Japan one, I was like, okay, it's similar to Bloody Mary, but I don't know any of those. So I feel like it's just fun because now next time someone says that, I'll be like, oh yeah, I do know that randomly. Yeah. So
yeah, the only one that I had heard of previously was, the two. I had heard of La Llorona, and then I had also heard of like the girl in the bathroom in Japan.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely do a little Google deep dive on your own if you're like really interested in one versus the other or all of them. Or definitely also check out the link to the NPR article that Kyle found, which will be in the description of this podcast if you guys are interested in like reading about it as well and seeing the pictures. Ugh, weird.
The pictures are so spooky.
Yeah, you definitely check us out on Instagram because we'll post the pictures of each of the creatures, I guess I'll call them.
Yes.
Because I feel like
creatures.
Yeah, creepy creatures. I like that because the visual always helps. I feel like when I'm just listening to the stories, I'm like, I'm not there. And then I see the picture, I'm like, oh God, I'm there.
I know. That's why I try to look up the pictures for you, but I thought that you'd have a better experience choosing your own adventure and finding the photos as I was talking about it.
No, it's kind of fun. As you guys listen to our episode, I hope you do the same, like Google the picture while we're talking because that's kind of fun to really get the visual to it. But yeah. Anyways, okay. Yay. We're back, baby. It's so weird because you think we never left, but we are back.
We are back.
So anyway, I guess that we'll just wrap it up here and stay tuned for next week's episode. We've mentioned it a couple times, but I'm doing a deep dive on lactose intolerance, which I know does not sound very fun, but I promise it's going to be really fun because it's educational, but also like really simplified because I have a hard time with science and we know that Marissa does not have a hard time with science. However, I was like, I need to understand this for myself because I don't even know what's going on in my body. So I'm going to break it down real easily for you guys. So stay tuned And I guess that's it. So
Yay.
follow us on Instagram, like I said, at We Run on Coffee. If you're listening on Spotify today, swipe up on your screen and vote in our poll. Maybe it'll be
Which
like
one was
which
the
creature.
scariest?
Yeah, like which creature's the scariest, or like which one's your favorite? I don't know. That'd be weird to ask
Maybe
your
the
favorite.
scariest.
I think so. Which one are you most scared of? So swipe up and vote in that poll, because I'm really interested to see what you guys say. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick. What's your scariest?
I don't know. Probably La Llorona, because like she does have so much lore behind her.
Yeah, the only lore I get behind is the Taylor Swift lore, you guys. I'm so sorry. So I'm like, I don't even know if I want to be in these worlds. But yeah. I don't know. Definitely vote for the scariest. Let us know what you think. And if you need to send us an email for some reason, we haven't got an email in a long time, so do it.
I know.
We run on coffeepodcast@gmail.com, and that's it. Let's wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week. And with that, I'm Arika.
And I'm Marissa.
And we run on coffee.
Bye.
Goodbye.